Hey everyone, it's Rob the Backyard Gardener, and first of all I want to officially apologize. I was supposed to give you updates on my pear trees from seeds series, and I think the last time I updated them was right around, I guess they were not even quite 8 months old, about 7.5 months old, and they actually turned 1 year old on July 10th because they were sown from seed July 10th, 2016. And in the last video, I actually transplanted them outside because they looked really unhealthy being kept indoors for so long. And I was hoping that they would do a lot better when I got them outside. But honestly, I think the damage had been done a little earlier. I think they were struggling so much that when I put them outdoors, they really were unhealthy and had to adjust to the sunlight and the new soil conditions. On top of that, they battled whiteflies and aphids and pests. So I postponed doing the updates, and the last 30 days, they just started to reawaken. It feels like they're starting to grow again. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get you caught up on these 13-month-old pear trees grown from seeds. And you'll remember that this variety was the Dianju pear variety. Let's go take a look at how they're doing now. So we'll start with the least healthiest of the three. I transplanted this guy into the ground over here, and I mean, he's amongst the tons of blackberry bushes that I definitely need to trim, but you know, it took forever. He lost every single leaf. The trunk appeared to be turning brown and dying. I had already written this guy off. Written him off, but he is starting to come back, and he's got a nice little fork here. I actually had to top him here because he was dying, and after I topped him with no branching, he put these two branches on, and he's starting to do a lot better. You can see we've got some yellow leaves here, which means he's starting to grow again. So I'm gonna assume that over the next several months this guy will put on some good growth. I do like the fact that he has some shade over here on his trunk because I don't get the best watering cycle over here. I do have my hand watering that I do on this guy when I can, but to any extent, he was stunted, he was runted, if you will, and we are getting new growth. He looks the worst of the three, in my opinion, but I'm glad that he has survived, and he looks like he's gonna be okay. So this next guy here, I've kept him originally in this bigger pot. He was the one I didn't transplant outside because I didn't know exactly where I wanted to place him, and he was the unhealthiest of the three. But you know what? He fought long and hard, and he's starting to come back pretty good. There's a lot of new growth lately, so it looks like he is springing into action. Right now, inside this pot, he's about 3 feet tall, but he's probably more like 2.5, maybe 3 feet tall. He's starting to look pretty good. I'm happy that he's coming back. I think he looks the second best just because the new growth is so healthy on him. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Now, I did plant another one directly into the ground, which is right here. And I'm gonna start by showing you his trunk. So he's starting to put on some girth here. This guy is about the size of a pencil, and he's about 5 feet tall, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how he looks all the way up. The leaves start right about the 2.5 foot mark. These are the older leaves that were damaged. They never died. They just got a little bit of burn from the sun, and he's continuing to grow. Some of the new leaves didn't look as good originally, but he's doing fine. I mean, he's 5 feet tall. His trunk's getting thicker. I'm pretty happy. I really believe over the next 90 days that the three pear trees will put on more height, a little thicker trunks. Maybe they'll even get some side branching. It's funny, this guy's really got 0 side branching, but we'll see what he does. I'm not gonna top him this year. We're gonna let him continue to grow. They're doing really good finally. So I apologize that it's been, I guess, 5 months since my last update, but there was really not much to update, and even in this one there's not a ton to update, but I wanted to show you guys where they're at. And I'll show you a few other things. You know, I've got a Bartlett pear tree here, and I want to show you something. Something in my yard loves the pear trees. I had to literally chop this guy in half. He had a really bad disease. You could see some of the scaling on this branch here. He had a really bad disease and the entire top of this 2-year tree died. So about 4 months ago, I just literally cut this trunk in half and thought, if he makes it, he makes it. He's grown a lot more new growth. And originally, this branch here that had that scaling started to show signs of dying, and I thought, you know what, I couldn't get rid of it. But through a lot of hard work, I scraped a lot of the scaling off. I've been fertilizing him and treating him with a lot of water and making sure that he's good. It looks like he's coming back. So that's that one. And then over here, I have my Orient pear. And let me show you this. He was really, really, really not looking good at all. And it's just my pear trees. It's just my pear trees. They're all struggling, burning leaves. If you guys know what this might be that's only affecting my pear trees, I would appreciate it. But through fertilizing and taking care of them, you can see a lot of the new young leaves growing. He came back. It took a lot of fertilizing and excess watering. So I thought maybe it wasn't getting enough water. Maybe he needed some fertilizer. I don't know. But he didn't look very good, but he's coming back as well. So if you guys know what this was or what this is this just some kind of, maybe the heat's too much for pear trees? I don't know. But I was really nervous because this Orient pear, that Bartlett pear over here, and then of course my Dianju pears were all struggling so bad that I thought maybe my soil is just poor for pear trees. Who knows? So there you have it, everyone. That's my pear trees from seeds update. Again, I want to apologize for the lack of updates on it, but you know, I didn't want to just create videos just to show you that they weren't doing good or they weren't doing anything. So I felt like I needed at least kind of take care of them a little bit and see if I can get them rejuvenated, if you will. I'll tell you, I didn't think this series was going to make it, so I'm happy that they're coming back. They're 13 months old, and I hope you join me on the rest of their journey. I plan on keeping you updated from now on every month, maybe a little bit less in the winter if there's nothing going on, but every month on these until they produce fruit. If you enjoyed the video and you're enjoying the series, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I ask that you please subscribe. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you get notifications when I post new videos of my trees from seeds. And as always, thanks for watching.